Hi everyone, my name's Alexa, I'm bisexual and this is Snap Out Loud. What is the biggest misconception people have about asexuality or bisexuality? So I'm going to talk about bisexuality. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that people who are bisexual doing it for attention. I think this is quite dangerous because this is just not the case at all. And growing up, I had people coming up to me saying, "Oh, you don't look bisexual, prove it," you know? I think when I was growing up, that was certainly one of the themes that came through. Another misconception is that particularly the older generation believe that bisexuality is just not really a thing. You're either one thing or the other. You should never be put into a box. What phases did you go through that clarified your identity? I think I've touched on this briefly, but I think the phases that I personally went through was firstly not understanding why I felt the way I felt. You can also go through a phase of denial, and it can be an on and off thing that happens over the course of your life. So yeah, it's taken years to get to this point, but everyone's on a different time scale, so I would just say go at your own pace. Okay, what are your thoughts on coming out? And if you ever had to, what was your experience of this? So my thoughts on this is that you shouldn't have to come out, and I don't think that people should assume your sexuality. I personally don't agree with the concept, as I think it builds a lot of tension between you and doing that action, and emotionally I think it takes quite a toll and creates a lot of anxiety. So I'm not a big fan of the actual coming out process. You should be able to just introduce someone to your family, to your friends, be very free with, you know, your sexuality and who you are, and expressing that without having to announce it in a very grand way is how I think about it. What's a message of hope for the people watching who are just starting to celebrate themselves? I would say to embrace your sexuality and embrace your identity as much as you can. And I would also say that confidence is something that grows over time. And the more open you are with yourself, the more comfortable you will feel. Not worry about a time scale and just go at your own pace and do what feels comfortable. And, you know, always, you know, try and rely on your friends as well as much as you can if you know, they're people that you can trust. This was Snap Out Loud. Happy Pride.